What's going on, YouTube? This is Wawa Echo. My name is Parker.
And my name is Zach.
And we are here for our prediction video for Extreme Rules 2017. We apologize for getting this out late. This was the only time that me and Zach were able to get together this week to record the video. Literally right before we're about to watch it. It's crazy. We didn't cheat. Like, we didn't watch it and gonna make our predictions, make ourselves look awesome. Even though we already look
awesome. So
we don't even have to try. But so we have not spoiled ourselves in any way.
Yeah.
We definitely want to have just
we like being marks.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We like to freak out.
Yeah.
And the Hardys are on, so we're obviously gonna mark out.
Yes.
They're on the pay-per-view. So we're gonna jump right into nothing. So. We're going to jump right in with the pre-show match, which is Kalisto versus Apollo Crews. Why is that not the main event, Zach? I don't understand.
Two mega stars together just clashing.
This
is going to be the
two
match of the
biggest,
night.
most popular wrestlers in all of WWE history. Who's Hulk Hogan? Who's John Cena? Who's The Rock? Who's Stone Cold Steve Austin? Who's The Undertaker? It's Apollo Crews and Kalisto, man.
Oh, okay.
So this is the match that matters. None of the others matter at all. Who you got for this one, Zach?
Honestly, so I've given no thought because I just found out 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
I
think it was just confirmed today.
Probably today. Yeah.
I just happened to look like about an hour ago on the Wikipedia page just to make sure, because I know sometimes they add last minute matches and stuff, and we'll decide who goes on pay-per-view and so that, and we wanted to have it all together before we started recording. So it's a new match. They've been kind of doing a little rivalry for the last few weeks. Apollo Crews is kind of in between face and heel.
I've seen.
So it's interesting. I'm gonna go with Apollo Crews just because I feel like they need to use this as the time to establish, is he with the Titus brand? Is he going full heel? Are they becoming a tag team? Which honestly I would prefer, because I think that would do something with Apollo Crews and give him a little bit of personality, which he needs. I feel like I enjoy him as a wrestler. I just feel, because I feel like he's very talented, but I just feel like he needs a bit of character.
Yeah.
And I think that, and Titus, he's not my favorite person, but he has, I thought, done well the last few weeks. You know, kind of making fun of Enzo and Cass and their intro.
I've actually enjoyed his work.
I've enjoyed him, and it's funny. Like, I saw this thing on the YouTube page after Raw had ended, and it was like they came in. You know how like in the basketball games, like the star players go and do interviews. They did that, and they're acting like the room's like full of people. And it's like one dude, and like Titus is like acting like it's. He's like, I'm sorry, did you raise your hand? Did I call on you? There's these other people out here. And it's just, I thought it was stupid, but I thought it was kind of well done. It's unique. Not many people do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be good for Apollo. I think that would be the right way to go. Kalisto has been in no man's land for quite some time. I think that it doesn't hurt him anymore to lose this pay-per-view, so that's what I'm going with.
Well, I like 100% agree with you in every, and not just the prediction, but in every aspect. As far as, I think they're going to use this to establish him.
Yeah.
But here's my thing about predicting Apollo Crews. What if Kalisto wins, and then that's how Apollo Crews turns full heel and attacks?
That is definitely a big possibility, and would be pretty good to see as well. But
I still think he should come out with the W.
Yeah, he definitely either way needs to look strong. Through this, which, you know, when you establish a heel, they can either be by a dominating victory or by a dominating beatdown after the match. So either way kind of works out. I just hope they do it right, and I hope this leads to give Apollo some personality and hopefully kind of move him up the card. I feel like he's talented enough wrestling wise. So that's the pre-show match. I believe we both have Apollo Crews. So we will go along with the first match of the main card, which I predict will probably be the mixed tag team match.
Oh, goodness. Just get it over with.
Between
exactly.
Rich Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. I can't even say it bad enough as he does.
Bad enough.
He says that's like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life is when he says the word fox. Who do you got for this one, Zach?
Honestly, it's just kind of weird. I think they're just gonna. This is just kind of a blowover match. It's kind of whatever. I think they're gonna give the faces the win. I think Banks and what's his face is going to. See, I'm not even that committed to the. See, and I've never been a big fan of Rich Swann. But I'm a big fan of Sasha Banks, and I'm not a fan of either of the heels. That doesn't mean I don't think they'll ever win. But in this case, I don't see a reason for either one of them to win. So I just have to pick one. So I think it would be, especially if they're going to be a majority of heels winning tonight, which
I kind of predict that there will. Yeah. So I am also going with the faces. I do enjoy Rich Swann to an extent. I think he's funny and sorry about that. Swallowed wrong with my water. I feel like he's one of the few cruiserweights that actually has real personality to him. Yeah. So that's one thing I like about him. And I feel like they've underused Noam Dar. I don't know a whole lot about him outside of WWE, but I know that he was apparently very good over in Europe in the independent scene over there. Mm-hmm. So I'd like to see more from Noam Dar. But I'm going to go with the faces. I feel like that this is going to be an overly heel run pay-per-view. So I feel like they'll definitely need to put in the faces occasionally. And I think that this will probably be the one. And I kind of think that they'll be going with Sasha Banks as the next number one contender.
Probably.
For the women's title. So you kind of need to have her in strong.
Right. And
Lord knows she needs to get out of this feud with Alicia Fox.
Oh, please.
It's awful.
Why is she even
It's so bad. But the next match we're going to talk about is the Cruiserweight Championship match, which is a submission match between the champion, the king of the Cruiserweights, Neville, against Austin Aries. I'm torn with this match because I've loved the last two matches that they've had together. I think they do really well. And I think that this will be a good match. The problem with it is, to me, Cruiserweights does not equal submission match.
No.
It's very strange. Like, I was hoping for Extreme Rules. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I've said it every single pay-per-view that Raw has had since we started this channel. There needs to be a ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship. I tell you, if there is not a ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship, at least by WrestleMania 34, I will be so mad and so angry that I won't do anything, but I'll be really mad and angry.
I'll just be mad. I'll sit in my
I will be really angry because they need to do it. I feel like that, maybe they're waiting for the opportunity. Maybe they want to save it for WrestleMania, but they need to have it. They need to do it. I think it would be really awesome. I would love to see this match be a ladder match. I do kind of understand because their last couple of matches have been surrounding their submissions and stuff like that. So I can understand it. It's just not extreme enough for my desire. And I'm also really torn about who I think is going to win. That's like the big thing. What are your thoughts about who's going to win it?
Well, again, I agree with you in terms of it feels lackluster with it being a submission match, and it's like, well, I mean, who goes away with this victory? And I think here's the problem. Neville is 2-0 against Aries.
Yes, but both times he
Aries
has done heelish maneuvers to win. The first time, I believe, he poked him in the eyes while the referee was turned.
Yeah, and
got
the second time he got intentionally DQ'd.
Yeah, he intentionally
DQ'd
himself.
Okay, so he's not 2-0
Both
actually.
were both I thought were very good to establish his heelness and stuff. So
either they go with a dominating win tonight to establish him as, and then he moved. But if he loses, I mean, if Neville wins tonight, he has to move on.
Yeah.
Because this Aries Neville feud has got to end. However, I don't know that Aries is going to win for two reasons.
Yeah.
Hurt knee, And Neville's got that calf crusher, or it's something down here. I don't know, but he's got that calf crusher that is supposedly supposed to hurt it worse.
Right.
And then
I wonder if that's what they'll go with.
The last Raw, didn't Aries win by the last chancery? Wasn't that?
Yes.
He made him tap
at
out.
Raw.
So
he made Neville tap out. Although at 205 Live, I know they didn't have a match, but I think Austin Aries had a match with TJP, and after it, Neville came out and put him in his submission move and made him pass out.
Oh.
He didn't tap, but he passed out to it. So I'm not sure, because they've kind of done this like 50-50 booking with the two of them. Which in a way I kind of like, because I feel like they're really equal. You know, I feel like either of them could take it. It's just, I don't know, because it makes it a lot harder to figure out what they're doing, because I don't know. Because I really don't know either way. Because if Neville wins, I don't really know who else would come up to be the next #1 contender. Because he's beaten all the big names of the cruiserweight. He's beaten Rich Swann. He's beaten T.J. Perkins. He's beaten Neville. Austin Aries. Neville beat Neville. Yes.
Neville beat Austin Aries several times.
He beat Austin Aries. He's beaten Jack Gallagher. Those are kind of like the big five of the cruiserweights. So if Neville wins, who's he going against? And also in the same way, if you go with Austin Aries as the champ, who does he go against? Because
I think he goes back against Neville.
Does Austin? Well, but I don't want obviously.
I don't want it, but
obviously he has to have his rematch. But does that just happen on 205 Live?
Right.
And then, but see, I don't want Neville out of the title picture. Like, I want Neville to keep the title because I think he's just really great, and I would love him to keep it till WrestleMania, and like Royal Rumble, Rey Mysterio comes out and attacks Neville, and it leads to Rey Mysterio versus Neville at WrestleMania in a ladder match. That's like my dream. But I don't know if it'll happen. But that's like my dream that keeps me up at night.
So our predictions.
So I don't know. I'm so torn with it.
So, but I am going to go ahead and predict that Austin Aries takes this one.
Oh, I'm so torn.
And another one of my reasoning is this. Okay, if they do continue this Neville Aries feud, if you're going to lose a belt, or if you're going to have a championship match, and it's to be an important, quote unquote, important pay-per-view, Great Balls of Fire is not it. Great Balls of Fire is not it, and so you can't have you can't have a 3-0. Well, you can't have Neville walking in and out as champion 3 times, and Aries have any credibility.
That's the thing, is if Neville wins, I feel like that you can't have Austin Aries be #1 contender anymore.
No one already doesn't care.
What were we talking about? So I'm really torn. I feel like, I'm just not sure. I wonder. I'm not sure. The cruiserweight division is so weird. I'm gonna go with Neville retaining. I'm gonna go with Neville retaining.
Just in case we're wrong.
I mean, I really want Neville to win, and while I think Austin Aries would be a good champion, I don't know. I could maybe see him turning heel soon, because I feel like he works better as a heel anyways. I don't know. That's my prediction. We've talked enough about this match. The next match we're going to talk about is the Raw Tag Team title match in a steel cage between the Hardys, the champions, and Cesaro and Sheamus. What are you thinking for this one, Zach?
Cesaro and Sheamus.
Wow, that's very surprising.
I just didn't even have to talk about it. Well, it's similar to the Neville and all Aries in a way, because
it is
the
Hardys
very
similar
to beat them.
The issue that I have is because literally, like, because in a way, Neville and Aries, they've kind of went back and forth. You know, you've seen Aries, like, he's beaten him in 9 title matches. He's came very close to winning the championship.
Right.
Cesaro and Sheamus have literally lost definitely every time, whether it be in singles competition or in tag competition.
Yeah.
And I like, while I love seeing the Hardys win, because I love the Hardys, it just makes Sheamus and Cesaro look weak.
It does.
And especially after they turned heel, I really thought that they should have at least picked up a couple of singles wins.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to be clean. They can be dirty. Like, that's fine. It just is really, really weird that they're doing that. So, like, I feel like that they're going to take the belt away from them at some point because they're going to want them to both go in singles competition. Because I really feel like that they'll put Jeff in the title picture at somewhere, whether it be Intercontinental or Universal. And I feel like that they'll want to turn Matt Broken at some point. So I'm torn, but I don't know, because I feel like if Cesaro and Sheamus don't win, then what was the point of them turning heel?
Yeah. Also, another thing that I'd like to point out is the fact that Matt Hardy picked the stipulation, and maybe 8 times out of 10, if someone not necessarily if someone picks the stipulation, it's if someone wins the match to pick a stipulation, and they pick it, they're usually the one that's going to lose.
Yeah.
But then again, I can't really see Matt and Jeff. Now, I'm not predicting that they'll split up this soon. I am predicting that they might get another tag title game, or they may just stay as a tag team and kind of do very well, kind of compete for the titles or otherwise, and then kind of split off later on. But I'm not seeing that they'll really split up in definitely anytime soon.
They might not. I don't know, and I also feel like it would be good to see like them run after the belt for a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Sheamus and Cesaro as well. I feel like that also the way that I think they might go with it is with a steel cage. It isn't always who's the strongest that wins. Like, you know, the Hardys may dominate through the match, but Sheamus and Cesaro could easily still win, whether it be escaping or something of that sort. So I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. As much as I hate it, because I want the Hardys to still be champs. I don't know, but I love Sheamus and Cesaro, and I want them to be champs too. I just want Raw to have 2 tag team titles. But the next match that we're gonna talk about is probably it's up there with the dumbest on the card. It is the Raw Women's Championship match. The kendo stick on a pole match between Alexa Bliss, the champion, and Bayley. Why are we putting things on poles still? Like, why are we putting stupid things on poles? Like, I thought strippers had that department covered of putting stupid things on poles. That does not.
That's great, but terrible.
I know. Yeah, it's kind of terrible. No offense to any strippers that may be watching. I don't know.
But
you're great.
It's
weird. It's a terrible match. I would have loved something better. I would have maybe went with like a tables match, because Alexa Bliss won her first SmackDown Women's Championship in a tables match a while back, and I kind of would have liked if they would have went that route again, because that gives like some unpredictability to it, because you never know like who can go through a table, and it just seems more extreme, because only one person can use one weapon, and it's just a stick. Like, I know those things hurt.
I was about to say, let me hit you with the kendo stick. Let that be the punishment.
I know they hurt. No, that's not the punishment. Maybe later on. I'd like to have a kendo stick.
Yeah.
But, so, I don't know. Like, yes, those obviously hurt a lot. But it just doesn't seem extreme enough. And that's a problem I have with the card as a whole, is it seems to lack extremeness. And to me, it puts too much pressure to have that to like make up for the level of extremeness in the main event. I feel like because the rest of the card lacks extremeness to it, that the main event has to be like filled with extreme spots to make up for the lackluster card, which isn't fair.
And I think it's going to be.
And I want the main event to be extreme.
Right.
But
it's just going to be spot fest.
Yeah, exactly. Which isn't bad, and it's kind of the thing with multi-man matches. But anyways, we'll get to that when we get there. The women's match. I am going with Alexa Bliss.
I'm going with Alexa Bliss.
Well, all right then. Yeah.
That was simple.
I just think Alexa Bliss is amazing as champion.
I think Bayley gets the kendo stick. I think Bayley gets the kendo stick and Alexa Bliss wins. Because they've been going with Bayley can't get extreme, so she's gonna get that kendo stick down. She might use it a few times on Alexa Bliss, but Alexa Bliss still gonna pull out the win.
See, that would hurt Bayley though, wouldn't it? Like, wouldn't that make her look weak?
Okay, this is your life segment. Has that not hurt Bayley?
That did not. No,
that was awful.
That was WWE's creative team. That was not on.
Actually, did you know? I don't know if you knew this, but on their Twitter account and on their YouTube page, they pulled all references.
Oh yeah,
from
they did.
That because
I was shocked I was shocked that they kept it on Hulu.
Oh, really?
They kept it on the taping for Hulu because they cut a lot of the unnecessary stuff. I really thought they were going to cut it, but it was awful. But I don't know. I just think that Alexa Bliss is like white hot right now, and like I said earlier, I feel like that Sasha Banks is next #1 contender.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ready to go or heel yet. After they didn't do it at WrestleMania, I feel like they're gonna wait a little while before they finally do Bayley Sasha again. So I'm going with Alexa. I think she's amazing as champion. I think she needs to stay there. The next match is the other match that's high up there for stupidity when it comes to this pay-per-view. It is the Intercontinental Championship match. And it is a match where if the champion gets disqualified, he will lose his title. In what way, tell me please, is that extreme?
It's literally the opposite.
It's literally the polar opposite of extreme. What are you doing? Like, why? Like, is it just to be different? Like, I don't know. Like, it just seems so weird. And also, what is stopping Maurice from, as soon as the match starts, for her to just walk up and slap Miz? Because then it looks like she's helping Dean, and so they have to. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as like last week on
Elias
Raw
Sampson.
when Miz hit Elias Sampson and it gave Elias Sampson the win. What's stopping that? Like, that just, like, it makes me, like, nervous to pick a side because, like, are they really gonna do that? Because, like, that would be the worst thing ever if they really did that. Like, I don't know.
It's already bad enough.
Yeah, I already don't like that they're doing this feud again. It's basically a recycle from SmackDown, but not as good. I don't know. Like, what are you thinking about who's gonna win with this one?
Honestly, a few things have led me to believe that Elias Sampson will interfere.
You think he's gonna interfere to help Miz win? Because he's a heel, you know that.
He's going to attack Miz, so Miz will win.
But why would Maurice not do that?
Because
that's what I don't understand.
Well, yes, like, okay, logically, but remember, WWE, we remove all logic. Logically, you would have the bell ring, Maurice go in and slap Miz. Yeah. They may even go with that. I don't know.
If they do that, I'm going to be so pissed.
But Elias, for one, like, they kind of did that on Raw. Just the roles were reversed with Miz and Elias. And then, like, they gave the opportunity for Elias to attack Dean again. So, because, like, Miz went out. And then, but the next week, or I don't know when it was, but Elias Sampson was playing his guitar, and he said he has to pay Miz back for helping him out. Like, it's something that he wouldn't usually say. But remember, he said, I must repay Miz for his help. So, I'm thinking that was kind of a kind of an underline to what's going to happen. So, I predict...
It's
okay, how do we predict this match, then? I predict that Dean Ambrose is the winner via disqualification.
I guess...
Or do we want to predict the champion out of this
one? I would say we predict who comes out as champion.
I predict Miz comes out as champion.
Because Miz can win either by Dean getting disqualified or by legitimately beating him in the match.
Right.
I'm torn because I feel like the obvious thing is that Miz is going to win. Because it seems like so impossible for Dean to make it out as champion. And so, like, that makes me feel like that they're going to, like, do that.
Right.
That they're going to have him somehow like stop any interference and then win the match. I don't know. I'm so nervous to do it because I don't want to get power bombed through a table. Dean Ambrose is going to retain. I said it no.
He said it no. He wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
So, okay. So you predict.
I predict that Dean Ambrose is going to be the champion.
And then I predict the Miz is going to walk out.
Yes.
And how it happens.
It doesn't matter. It's whoever is champion at the end.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's the best way we can do it.
Honestly.
Because it's way too complicated.
Because even me predicting Dean is gonna win doesn't mean like.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
like you predict that Dean.
So technically, we predict the same thing.
Yeah, it depends.
But actually, I just realized that we predicted the same thing. But if Miz walks out as the champion.
Yeah, exactly. It's not.
Wait, so then we're both right.
Yeah. Well, technically, we would both be right, but
okay, let's get on.
It's who's champion.
I like
that was our prediction.
Yeah,
I think that's the least confusing way.
Yeah.
Now we come to the main event, which is the Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way match to determine the #1 contender for Brock Lesnar's. Who's that, by the way? I
haven't seen him.
I don't remember. I don't know who that is.
Haven't seen him since WrestleMania 20.
Yeah.
When he got dominated by Goldberg. What?
What? I don't know. Some dude who has a belt. He's supposedly big. Though I heard something about him getting busted for drugs again. So I don't know. I don't know. I saw a rumor about that. But anyways, so Brock Lesnar's Universal title. He needs a #1 contender. Since Braun Strowman has been injured for up to, I think, 6 months is what they said.
I think it said, well, they originally said 6, and I think they went up to 8. They saw how bad it actually was.
I feel like that's a swerve.
I think so.
I feel like that, yes, he's legitimately injured, but I feel like they're taking him out for a little while. I don't feel like it's as severe as they say.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's going to come back at maybe like after Great Balls of Fire. I don't know. But anyways, so we have 5 people, obviously, in this match. We have Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Bray Wyatt.
Oh,
I said Roman Reigns. Bray Wyatt is the 5th person.
That's right.
I said them out of order than what they normally do. So those are the 5 people. So this is definitely the most difficult one to pick because there are legitimate reasons to pick all of them except for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is obviously not winning.
No, he's not going to.
He's not going to win. He's going to look very strong, obviously, because Vince McMahon likes to wank off to Roman as he hoo-haws.
Oh, good. No.
But all that aside, Roman Reigns is obviously not going to win. He's going to look very strong. He's obviously not getting pinned. And they'll probably all 4 gang up on him for like 20 minutes, and then he'll suddenly power out, Superman punch to all 4, spear all 4, and then like I don't know what'll happen after that. But anyways, Roman's obviously not going to win because they're saving that for WrestleMania 34. Yeah. Is the plan at the moment, which seems to be what they're going with, unfortunately. So, what are you thinking for who's going to win?
Well, there are 2 obvious losers, in my opinion. Roman Reigns, because of the aforementioned reason, and then Bray Wyatt. I mean, am I saying that Bray Wyatt just sucks? No, I like Bray Wyatt sometimes. But,
depends.
His current kind of... Well, he's not even in a feud. His current run has just kind of been a little lackluster. But, I occasionally enjoy his ring work. However, with that being said, I don't think it's his time. My thought process for the other 3 is, okay, Brock's either going to lose the title now or at Great Balls of Fire, and then win it back at SummerSlam or wherever he appears next, or he's just going to keep the title until WrestleMania 34.
Yeah.
If he keeps the title, I would say Seth Rollins or Samoa Joe. If he loses it, Finn Balor.
Yeah, like, I don't know, because from what everyone seems to be talking about, and obviously it could be untrue, but it seems to be that the plan that they have is for Brock Lesnar to retain the title all the way up to WrestleMania 34.
Yeah. And
then lose it to Roman Reigns. That right now is
that would be
the
general
smartest
booking if you really want to like kind of pass the torch off to Roman Reigns. Because yes.
No.
It sucks, but
no, that is not the best way to do it. WWE.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Do it better.
No, okay, it's the best way for Vince McMahon to get over.
Yeah, Vince McMahon.
Because Brock Lesnar destroys through everyone in the.
There will not be a spot in the room where he's at during WrestleMania 34 that's not covered with explicit things that we're not going to talk about. Anyways, so Vince McMahon.
Anyway, so to my prediction though, it's gonna be hard, but I'm thinking
it's a new sensation for him.
It is. I'm going with. I want Samoa. I keep thinking Samoa Joe's gonna win, but every time I think about it, I'm like, why would Samoa? How would that match go?
It'd be weird because it'd be
Samoa
heel
Joe,
on heel.
Well, that's not it's not happening before.
Well, yeah,
and you got Brock. He just doesn't care.
Well, yeah.
He's not a face or a heel. He doesn't care.
He's a heel.
I mean, he's obviously a heel, but he'll beat up anyone who's in there. So wait, You're saying that Braun Strowman was gonna go up against Brock Lesnar, but he's a heel too.
Brock, what are you talking about? Braun Strowman's the face of the company right now. He beat Roman Reigns.
Totally, okay.
He destroyed Roman Reigns. Totally. He is literally better than John Cena.
So
in the WWE universe.
I officially predict that the winner of the 5-man Extreme Rules match is Finn Balor.
Dang it. I feel like that it's going to be Finn.
No, you predict the same thing.
Yeah, I was hoping that you were going to go with Samoa Joe. I feel like that the reason they're obviously not going Roman. I feel like they're not going to go with Seth or Bray, at least not right now, because they've done them both in the past.
Right.
Now, doing Seth versus Brock would be different in a way because now you have face Seth against heel Brock, while you before had heel Brock and heel Seth.
Yeah.
So it would be different in a way. So I feel like that's the most likely. Like Roman's the least likely.
Yeah.
Bray's the next least likely, and then it's like really close between the other three.
Yeah.
I feel like they could do Seth. I don't know if they would do Samoa Joe. What was that?
I just saw a mouse.
Oh Lord.
Kill a mouse.
Anyways, I could see maybe Seth, and I might still choose Seth. I feel like that the most likely one is going to be Finn, though I don't want Finn to win because I don't want Finn to lose to Brock. Yeah. Now, if they actually do go with Brock losing the championship and then winning it back again, that I'd be okay with.
Yeah.
If it was Finn. Because I want to see Finn as champion again to reclaim it. And I feel like that it'd be a really awesome moment having Finn win this match at the end of the pay-per-view, becoming #1 contender, because it's kind of eluded him since coming back. Yeah. But I don't want him to win this match just to get jobbed out by a few suplexes, because he's better than that.
Yep.
But I also don't want the same to happen to any of the others, except maybe Bray. So, I don't know. Just to be... I don't want to lose, though. I'm going to go with Seth. It's my official prediction. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is going to win. Right here first, folks. And like we've alluded to throughout the video, the loser will be powerbombed through a table. Mm-hmm. That was the punishment from last video, the last pay-per-view, but we tied in that. So they will continue down until someone becomes victorious.
Someone goes through a table.
And someone goes through a table. I don't believe that it's possible for us to tie in this one. I mean, it could be. I'd have to count it. I haven't really thought about it. But that's going to be it for our prediction videos. This will be coming up on Sunday night, real late. And then we'll be posting our aftermath a couple hours after that. Yeah. And then our live reactions will be probably a day or two after that. So, but let us know, guys, in the comments below what you guys think are your predictions for the pay-per-view, even though you've already seen it. So that doesn't really work. Tell us what your predictions were before the match, before the pay-per-view, and then what you think of what happened after seeing the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But with that, guys, this has been Wall Echo, and we'll see you soon. Peace.